Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Is Rëpubłï done with Nicki Minaj? Okay, Rëpubłï, Nicki's label, she's been under them since she got with Cash Money, because Cash Young Money is under Rëpubłï, which is under Universal. It has been reported that Megan Thee Stallion is in an advanced negotiations for a contract with Columbia Records, and Rëpubłï is also interested in signing Megan Thee Stallion, which is Nicki Minaj's label, and they're offering her millions of dollars. To me, Rëpubłï being interested in trying to sign Megan Thee Stallion says a lot. To me, I believe Rëpubłï is done with Nicki Minaj. Okay, my personal opinion. And that's why they signed Qüëën, okay? And tried to give her a push. The payola didn't work. She's still flopping. And that they're trying to sign Megan Thee Stallion, even though I think that Columbia Records is probably a better fit for Megan Thee Stallion. I think it's going to be hard for Rëpubłï to push Nicki and Megan at the same time, just like it's hard for them to push Qüëën and Nicki at the same time. Okay, Nicki is clearly the more successful artist. Okay, but even though Nicki is the most successful artist, she don't get the same type of push as her peers. And that's why I always felt like after the hate train, they kind of just gave up. Even during the hate train, I felt like Rëpubłï gave up. They didn't really push or help Nicki. Like, what are you guys here for? Okay, they let Payola board sabotage her numbers during the Queen era. Okay, several times. It's like, what are you guys here for if you guys are not going to protect your artists? But let that be Champagne Thickums or The Weeknd or Ariana Grande. They protect them. And then on top of that, I just feel like she don't get the same push as like the Champagne Thickums, as The Weeknd, as the chart obsessed racists. Like, Nicki get radio, but she don't get as much radio as them. They be getting 80 million, 90 million. Now, she did for Super Freaky Girl, but for every drop, The Weeknd get that amount of radio play. Same thing with the chart obsessed racists. Even Cruel Summer, which came out years ago, is getting hella radio play because of TikTok. I mean, they would never do that for Nicki. I don't understand the favoritism that they give the other artists when Nicki's selling. So I feel like the fact that they're trying to sign Megan Thee Stallion lets me know that they don't really have interest in pushing Nicki Minaj, because if they did, they would be pushing her now. Even Qüëën, they gave her hella radio play for her to just flop and sell 10K. How did that make sense? She can't even sell, but y'all gave her radio play and all this promotion, all these big collaborations for her to just flop, and now y'all in the red. But if you had did that with Nicki Minaj, you would be in the green. And two female rap stars cannot be successful in the same label, okay? Look at RCA the Colorist. Doja is thriving. Scratch Off is flopping, barely surviving. No shade. Let's be very clear. When it comes to Rëpubłï, it's just Nicki. Qüëën is flopping. No shade. I can see Megan getting better opportunities with Columbia anyway. I think Columbia is definitely a better fit. But it's very interesting to me that Rëpubłï wants to sign Megan, even though they don't even push their biggest artist, their biggest rap star on their label. Interesting. Okay? And then to me, I just feel like Rëpubłï, they don't help Nicki, in my opinion. Always felt like that. Doja, she receives a major cosign from Selena. Okay? Selena is supposed to be dropping August 25th. I really don't care. I don't really know if I'll tune into that. But Selena does have bops in the past. Okay? So you can't completely rule her out. But allegedly Selena wants to work with Doja. She was seen listening to The Town Is Dead. And she's trying to work with Doja. So let me know if you guys would be here for that. Here's the thing. I don't know if people care for Selena and Doja collaboration, but I will say this. The payola for Doja Cat is phenomenal. I hope Nicki gets the same amount of payola when she rolls out her single. Her lead, the payola has been crazy. And you just gotta give Doja Cat her tens for that. Like, the way the payola works for her, immaculate. People actually believe her numbers are real. So if I was a pop star, I would try to work with Doja too, because at least I know the payola would be intact. It better be intact if I'm collaborating with Doja. Okay? I want the big push. I want the fake Spotify numbers. I want everything. The radio play, the promotion. And this is why I call Doja, and I've always called Doja the queen of charts. Okay? She's the queen of charts, and she might even be the queen of payola. See, the problem is Cardi B kind of been flopping the past 2 years. Okay? She hasn't had a hit since 2021. So I don't think that payola working for her, no shade. Speaking of Criminal B, the queen of courthouses and surgeries, she has openly befriended Sexyred. Okay? Now, when she was at Messy Lee's birthday party, because, you know, she got to befriend all the bloggers. When she puts out music, they can push a certain narrative and trash Nicki Minaj. She was caught jamming to Sexyrëd. She tried to be discreet about it, but she clearly is a fan. And, you know, a lot of, you know, the Cardi B delusional fans were saying, oh, well, you can tell Cardi was never the problem. She shows love to the girls, you know, even when they collaborate with Nicki Minaj. And here's the thing. But why did she unfollow Sexyrëd after she got that Nicki collaboration? If she did not have a problem with the collaboration, why did she unfollow her? Why did she start a beef with JT after the Queen Mix Super Freaky Girl came out? Okay? If Cardi B does not have a problem. See, you can't say Cardi B doesn't have an issue when she subliminally does things. You know, she'll subliminally throw shots. You know, she started beefing with Akbar as soon as Akbar started receiving love from Nicki Minaj. Okay? So you got to pay attention to the facts. And then on top of that, of course, Cardi B gonna show love to one of the hottest female rappers out, considering that she needs a hit. Cardi B is flopping. So, of course, she's going to befriend Sexyrëd because she needs a hit. She's hoping that Sexy give her a collaboration so her career can get picked up off the floor. No shade. Moving on to Qüëën. So, Qüëën subliminally throws shade at Scratch Off, okay? Now, as we know, Scratch Off, she performed with D0NE at one of his concerts, and the crowd was just dead. So you can clearly see the crowd was not feeling Scratch Off. She ruined the unavailable remix. But Qüëën retweeted a fan who said, Qüëën at Afro Nation, Detroit, served such a look. She read the room, loved the blending of hip-hop and Afro beats culture, okay? And she also reposted this video at Afro Nation. So Qüëën being messy, a lot of fans feel like she was shading Scratch Off because Scratch Off performed and the crowd was dead. But when Qüëën performed and it was her own song, the crowd was hyped. But here's the thing. Those people didn't buy your album. No shade. Yeah, they was hyped in the crowd, Koi Fish, and I'm happy for you. But at the end of the day, you still only sold 10K on your last album. You sold 10K twice for the album you put out last year too. And then on top of that, you did none in pure sales. So, again, you still don't got a fan base. No shade. But it was a cute performance. Good job. Now, moving on to Halle Bailey. The fans are raving about how Halle Bailey posted this picture. I guess she's trying to prove that she is not pregnant. But in hindsight, hypothetically, a lot of women don't start showing until they hit about 3 or 4 months, okay, depending on their weight. So, I mean, this picture doesn't really prove much, in my opinion. I would be happy if Halle Bailey was not pregnant. So I know that her career is not all the way over. But I can still see Halle Bailey getting pregnant and trapped by DVD. Okay, because she's still with him after all the nonsense he has pulled during, her premiere for The Little Mermaid, and probably turned a lot of people off from watching it. So clearly she don't care. Moving on to Queen B. Queen B's Renaissance spends 38 weeks at number 1 on the Payola Top Dance Electric Album Chart. It is the longest running number 1 this decade, 4th overall to spend most weeks at number 1 on the charts history, and the only album by a black female artist to do so. It would have been 53 weeks if Payola didn't take 15 weeks to classify the album under the category. So congratulations to Queen B, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not listening to Renaissance anymore, okay? Renaissance to me is dead and gone, okay? No shade. It's not a classic album, no shade, but it's a good album. It's not trash, it's a good album, but is it a classic? Is it timeless? I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. I'll try to see if I'll listen to it next year, but I've been stopped listening to Renaissance, okay? No shade of Queen Bee. Maybe she should have put the visuals out. It could have lasted a little bit longer for me. But anyway, new videos on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Got some hot tea over there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day.